one of the hot phrases now is manifesting. So according to Psychology Today, we'll use them as the source here. Manifesting is the idea that through the power of belief, we can effectively think a goal into becoming reality. Now, I'm glad you're laughing because I'm literally
sorry, but there's part of me that looks at that and goes
it's a hoax. That's now I'll go out there. I think it's a hoax because I think it's just buffoonery.
Yeah, that just sounds like some sort of like TikTok psychosis to me. I don't know, like, you know, like some preternaturally attractive person with a wide-brimmed hat is selling that out there.
And
it's like
it's celebrities. That's where it's blowing up on TikTok and Instagram. And it's become a thing. And I bring it up because I see well-meaning people.
Yeah. It's not my thing. I'm not here to judge anybody else's thing, right? But I just
based
think
on that definition, let's take on the definition.
But let's actually, though, acknowledge one upside to it, right? Which is that there are certain mindsets or ways of thinking that create a climate in which positive change can happen, right? So, you know, I don't believe it. That sounds like magical thinking to me. And so that's why I'm a little bit
that and positive thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I just love it like, well, that's over-promising something there that I think is a little bit over.
It's almost like a prediction based on I'm thinking it, therefore it is going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds like magical stuff to me. So, but all to say, though, I do think that cultivating a heart that is filled with hope and with dreams and with desires, which is a good thing. Desires are good.
Yep.
Right. And having and we know this from psychology, right? That an optimistic or positive mindset is a good predictor of success.
No question.
Right. So I think all that's great. But the manifesting piece of it, I mean, look, there's so much snake oil out there. There is so much snake oil that people are selling all the time. Here's happiness. Here's where you're going to find happiness. Here's where you're going to find this. Here's where you're going to find that, right? And I'm always like, I mean, maybe because I'm from New York, you know, part of me is always like, what are you selling me, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit of a skeptic at this stuff, right? Here, all I know is when I speak from my own experience, strength, and hope, right, is, you know, it just sounds like another goofy hack.
Yeah.
Like, just think positively and, you know, if you just think like you're rich, then you're going to be rich. Yeah. And then I'm always like, well, what makes you think rich was a good goal?
Right. Yeah. It just speaks to what you've been saying, that there's no hack. And this idea that if I just say it, it's going to happen, and then there's no work, there's no hard work here. We've really been talking about it. Even the essence of the 12 steps. I mean, this is work. Life is hard. We've talked about that. This idea, and I think it leads to a lot of people having an excuse for not doing what they need to do.
Well, I mean, look, I am a guy who is always going back and reading. You know, there's a great line that someone said, you know, let history be your editor. So like when you're picking books, read old books because history has edited out all the dumb ones.
So true.
Right? Just so like let history be your editor. So when I'm reading, I read the great spiritual masters, I read the Stoics, I read all these different people, and I go mining for truths that have lasted thousands of years. I'm not really interested in things that have lasted 15 minutes. I'm much more interested in looking at ideas and principles that have worked for thousands of years. The 12 steps arise out of traditions that are thousands and thousands of years old. They are proved and true, right? Like, so, you know, there's a part of me that goes looking for, you know, indisputable, inarguable truths that historically have buoyed people and helped them become the best expression of themselves. Right. And then I just try to find modern language and ways of communicating them to other people that make it accessible to them. Right. Because some of the original sources are difficult.
Yeah.
Right. So whether that's the Enneagram or it's the 12 steps, you know, and years ago I wrote a book about St. Francis, you know what I mean? Like I can, like, these are like just looking for the stuff and then trying to communicate them in modern terms to help people access what has always been there right in front of them.